Hey, it's Augie, and today I'm going to show you exactly how MeetKevin outsmarted the YouTube algorithm. And not with any kind of tricks or anything, but with a content machine that let him publish often, let him publish fast, and let him publish daily. So if you want a repeatable system that gets you posting long form videos every single day, then this video here is going to be your blueprint. And by the end of this video, you'll know how his machine works, why it worked, and how to build your own version of it starting this week. So here's the big picture. Kevin didn't sit around waiting for a perfect idea to hit. He built a system that made ideas show up on schedule every single day. And he woke up, he would look at the news, he would pick a different angle that he kind of wanted talked about, that you think his audience would be interested in, and then he just hit record. And he did a 5-minute edit. Once the thing was done filming, he would grab a screenshot for the thumbnail, and the video was live within about an hour after filming. So there it is. That's how he did it. And sometimes he even published twice a day. And that speed and that consistency is what most creators can never achieve. You guys are always just sitting around, overthinking it, trying to come up with your next big idea instead of just hitting record and starting to film. So let's go ahead and walk through the machine a little bit more step by step. And I'm going to break it all down like a morning checklist that you can copy. So step number 1 is just to wake up and come up with a topic. You can look at the news. Like I said, recovering the news is really easy because there's new topics coming up every day, and all you have to do is kind of share them and then react to them. You don't need to brainstorm. There's no black hole. There's no staring at a blank page trying to come up with something. And you know, honestly, like I've said in other videos, I recommend you just have like a Google Sheet or a Google Doc or a Notes that just has video topics laid out, just like 500 of them, and you just pick one and you don't overthink it. That is going to help you with this content machine. So on his channel, he talks about like real estate, finance, you know, crypto, that kind of stuff. So there's always kind of new stuff popping up, and you'd always just kind of think, you know, whatever his viewers were already thinking about, that's what I want to make a video about. And you can build that same habit. It really is a habit of just waking up and thinking about your viewer. What do they want to see? And you should already have your niche, right? You should already know what your channel's about. And I want you to start thinking about, like, you know, headlines, looking at headlines. You know, what are you seeing on Twitter when you open up Twitter in the morning? When you come up with an idea, put it on that Google Doc, put it on that Notes in that Google Sheet, and you'll never run out of ideas. Step number 2 is to kind of come up with an angle. So now you have your topic. Now, kind of what's your angle that you want to talk about on that topic? And that's it. A lot of times if you have a topic and your angle, that's all you need. You don't need a script. You don't need anything else. You can just hit record and deliver your content to the camera. Now, obviously, I would recommend that you write out your hook at least word for word, so at least you know that you're being engaging in the first, like, you know, 10, 20 seconds with a word for word hook that you can just write on a piece of paper real quick and just look down at it like this. You read it, and then you look up and deliver your lines. If you make a mistake, look back down. And after that, you just kind of giving your opinion, giving your response to whatever the topic is and whatever the angle you're taking on it. And then the final step is to have your studio already set up. So all you got to do is go light, light, light. I've even seen a lot of people like hook everything up to like one surge protector that's plugged into one kind of smart outlet, right? Like a smart plugin. And all you got to say is like, Alexa, turn on my studio. Boom. Every single light turns on, and now you're ready to go. So a lot of times your YouTube channel, yeah, it's a niche, but a lot of times you can think of it as like an industry. What industry are you in? And a lot of times these channels have businesses behind them. So industry news, you know, what kind of industry news is being published every day? Maybe you go and you create like a burner Instagram account or a burner Twitter account where all you do is go and follow all these different accounts that publish, you know, daily news about that industry. So then you can just open up that Instagram account or that Twitter account, and you can just start reading, and you're going to get a feed of the newest and most recent news in your industry. Also, too, you can just use your other account too and go through and use those save buttons, right? The bookmark button. All the social media apps have that. And anytime you have something that you want to kind of react to or give your take on it, just hit save, and then you'll always have a library of different topics that you can come to and make a video about. And one thing that MeetKevin does and he talks about is his 5-minute edit. Meaning after he films, it only takes him 5 minutes to edit the video. And you can do that too, especially with AI. There's different plugins and stuff for Premiere, for Final Cut Pro, where it'll just, you hit the button, it'll cut out all the dead space. So all the time that you look down or reading lines or whatever, it'll just cut it out. Then you just go through and you delete out all your bad takes where you kind of stumbled and made mistakes, and then cut off the beginning, cut off the end, maybe throw a logo on there or a stinger or whatever you want to do. That's it. Okay, don't overcomplicate the edit. Now, obviously, in a perfect world, you would have an editor that could just You could send it to them and they'll edit it for you and make it look even better. But if you're a one-man band, then a 5-minute edit like MeetKevin used is a great idea, because like I said, there was a time when MeetKevin was publishing a video every single day and sometimes 2 in a day. And the crazy part is that he shared his AdSense earnings when he was doing that. He really blew up and he made over $500,000 in 1 month just from AdSense, not from affiliates, not from course sales, not from anything else, just from his YouTube AdSense, which is absolutely insane. I mean, he was talking about finance. Can't remember, I think he got 400 million views that month. It was something crazy. Maybe it was 40 million. But nonetheless, that was really where you started to see growth, and it was really triggering the YouTube algorithm by publishing every day. Because when you publish, what does the YouTube algorithm do? Well, it's going to show your thumbnail to people that have watched kind of your past videos before. And then if that video does well, then it'll start showing it out to people it thinks are interested in this kind of content. The idea here is that the algorithm does like it when you publish often. And if you publish one video and then take 3 months off, that's not going to help you. And so if there was one word that I could use to explain how to have success on YouTube, it would be consistency. There was this one YouTuber today, I was looking at her channel. She had about 750 videos published. And I went and clicked on, the oldest video of hers, and it was 15 years ago. She had 950,000 subscribers. And she's been publishing videos for 15 years. That's some real consistency. And she's finally, after 15 years, getting ready to break 1 million subscribers. And I personally at VidShops have clients where I'll hop on calls with them and I'll be like, all right, let's go ahead and get this content started going. Let's get this published. And they will overthink it for months and sometimes even years without publishing, where all they really got to do is hit record and start talking. And they have the knowledge, they have the information in their head. They could create some great content, but they're always stuck at the video topic, at the, I have to have the perfect script. And that kind of stuff will make sure for sure that you never succeed on YouTube. So here's what you want to do. You want to make sure, number one, that you have endless amount of topics and that you never let a topic hold you up. You never get stuck at that part. Number two, you have a YouTube studio ready to go where all you have to say is, Alexa, turn on my YouTube studio, and you are ready to record. And number three, all you got to do is take that topic and think for a second, what kind of angle do I want to take on that topic? Think about it for a second, write a word for word hook, and then just start talking. And step number 4 is the 5-minute edit. Get that thing edited up, take a quick screenshot from your video, throw 3 to 5 words of text onto that thumbnail, and then go ahead and publish it. And now you got the content machine just like MeetKevin. And who knows, maybe you can make $500,000 in a single month just from YouTube AdSense like he did, but it won't happen unless you publish. All right, guys, I hope you guys liked that video. If you did, I talk all about content creation and online business. You can check out another one of my videos right there, and I hope to see you guys inside that video.